What's good, family? I thought I'd go ahead and kind of check in and do what I said I might do, which is to tell you how the day went. I didn't listen to everything that I pulled out, which I didn't think I would, but it was very helpful to my process. I'm completing two covers. They are time consuming, actually. I was thinking as I was working today, I was kind of figuring out how long does it take me to complete a cover, and it takes several hours actually. Part of that is waiting for things to dry because I cut and paste literally. Yeah, I feel like have just some stuff coming up, in my chest. So hopefully it'll just pass here. Funny how these things happen. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps I'm feeling more than I acknowledge, and the body is dealing with it. But anyway, I completed. Well, I'm not quite done with two, and I added a little bit to one other that I showed. I added one more piece to this cover because it just has not been feeling complete to me, and I like it more now, but I still may. I like it better now, and that's what I like about the artistic process, is that the art is about one of the things that can be happening with art is that it's a conversation with one's self or one's psyche or one's essence. When something speaks to you, that's kind of what one of the ways that art happens, is what you're doing speaks to you. So let me tell you about what I did listen to and my thoughts. So I listened to Nurse with Wound and Faust. I listened to three sides of it, and this could have been better off as one album. I would say that sides 3 and 4 of this are throwaway. Side 2 is real good on here. Side 2 is where it comes together. So that one was it's a double album, and like I said, side 3 and 4 were pretty not very helpful. Priscilla and Barton McLean. I listened to both sides of this, and this one is entitled The McLean Mix. They're doing a few different compositions. The one on here that I liked the most was called Dimensions 8. There's another piece on here where they use tapes of whale sounds, and that was okay. But overall, this one was just kind of so-so. It was Dimensions 8 where it really came together, and towards the last part of the piece, there's that kind of atonal type of piano thing going along with the electronics. I really honestly feel like they hit on something on dimension of number 8. This was wonderful. Biota by Nemesis. Well, actually, Nemesis ended up becoming Biota. They're originally from Colorado, and this is I'm saying definitely improvised. It's a mixture of sounds being made with objects in the room as well as instruments, and it's a captivating world of sound. Interesting how it becomes almost musical, but not quite. It's really good. The AM3, this one took me it didn't this is an example of where improvisation happens. It's not always potent, and it doesn't always, it's not that you want improvisation to go a certain way, but I would tend to think that you would like to feel like the improvisation was fruitful, meaningful, successful even. And the side that I listened to of this, I didn't even look at what the number of the side was. It struggled to get on its feet, is how it sounded like to me. And the deal was, it had to scratch and pull and push until something took shape, which actually did end up happening on the two pieces that I listened to. But at first it was kind of like, ooh, you know, but that's the whole thing. You have to try. This was magnificent. I need to get this on CD. This is so quiet and spooky and wow. Wow, this was like, ooh, I don't think I'd ever even heard this before. If I had, it's such a faint, strange recording that it never made an impression. This is real neat. Hard to describe. There's voices involved. It's very quiet and creeps up, but you wouldn't, it's, but it's not like you want to use the word ambient. It's more like, what's going on here? Wow. Wow. It's almost like seeing ghosts. This was awesome, actually. This was like a real nice surprise today. Along with the Manfred Schoof this morning. That kicked my butt. Another one that was just excellent that I got to listen to today on side one. Sight Song by Muhal Richard Abrams. This is so beautiful. Man, this is... I may be using that term inappropriately, but that's the term that comes to mind. The sensitivity of the playing, the interaction between Abrams and bassist Malachi Favors. This is wonderful. This is also an early Black Saint. I believe this is an early version of the Black Saint label. And this came out, I believe, in the 70s. 1976. So yeah, this is like either an early version of the Black Saint label. I think it is. And yeah, because I'm used to the reddish one. So this one was fantastic. Fantastic. I did not get to my Art Zoid. I'll leave that out. Let's see. Did I play anything? No, I didn't. Didn't get to the David Tudor today. Now I'm looking forward at. I hope Christopher. I would again assume that you'll watch this. I hope that you show yours. You say you have several versions of the David Tudor. I'd be curious to see. So I will endeavor to show the one that I worked on today. This one is done, and this one was partially inspired by the music. It was also inspired by my mood. I got more of the paperwork that I need to complete the transaction to make this house mine, which for me is significant. It's one of the big problems in America is homelessness. And it's like, if push came to absolute shove, if I was down to the bare brass tacks and I just had a roof over my head and they shut the gas and the electricity off, I got a roof over my head. You know what I'm saying? So really feeling good about this process. So this is the cover. This is the piece that I worked on today. Pretty pleased with this. It was inspired by the music, and it just took several hours to complete. This is the one I did today. The back photograph is some trees that I took. I remember this. I was down in Kansas City back in the 90s doing a show with Digital Sex someplace down, I think at the Hurricane or something. It used to be called the Hurricane. It's called the Riot Room now, I think. It was that time of the year, and so I liked the color, took that picture. So that's the back. And yeah, real pleased with this one. Still wouldn't say this is my favorite, but this one is an example of where I'm taking more time with the individual parts. Not just, some things are just cut, and slabbed on there. Other things are, you have to cut them down, in order to get that effect. Like the eye. So yeah, this is what I did today. All right. I hope everyone's doing well. Oh yeah, there's people. I think I want to shout out to you, Jesse. You sent me a nice personal message. Everyone, thank you, everyone that's been making the videos, giving me your feedback your honest feedback on the album. I've favorited all of them. I've been sharing most of them, if not all of them, so far. I think I've shared pretty much all of them on my Facebook page. I did have one friend give me some shit out of jealousy, to be honest. I mean, he'll admit it. You know, it's like, damn, Dereck, you know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, look at this. The music is speaking for itself. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. You know, I'm really enthused that people are hearing. They hear it. You know, it's not for everyone. You know, it isn't. And but it's amazing. The you know, everyone from heavy metal Dale to avant-garde Christopher and super jazz nut Anders and the Funk Master Second Funk. I mean, I guess I am starting to talk about folks. I mean, as a percussionist, Craig, I think is your name. I'm not trying to remember everyone. These people are just popping in my head as I go through my mind. You know, some of the feedback I've gotten, and people are honest with me. You know, like Sun Dodger. You know, what'd you put bright lights on there for? Well, exactly. You know, it really didn't fit. It was because it's for the BC. Seriously, you know. So that song's already on vinyl. So just thank you everyone so much for your honest response. I mean, it's just amazing. Every day every day I sell at least one record. I sold another record today. I don't know this person, and it's wonderful. You know, I'll say it. I'm gonna shout it out. I'm selling records to my Hispanic brothers. Excuse me. I don't know how it is in the big cities, because when I visited the big cities, I felt pretty comfortable, and I'm pretty comfortable with people in general. But here in Omaha, there is a sense of tension between the Latino community and the Black community here, to a degree, which doesn't make sense because there's a whole lot of familia as well, a whole lot of this going on. So when I encounter, you know, Hispanic people who are kind of, you know, you can just literally see the nervousness and stuff. It's like, you know, I don't connect with that because, you know, I feel like, you know, y'all my people. And so getting orders, you know, from folks with, you know, and it's really obvious, well, these folks are Spanish, you know, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever. Yeah, people. Because, yeah, you know, this music it's the universal language. It's the universal language, you know. It's beyond the obvious roots. I'm feeling my oats a little bit. Yeah, I've had further thoughts about how to approach. I have one museum in particular I want to start with, which is the Bemis. There's several small community museums that I know I can do shows in, but I've even thought about the fact, well, I'm not working now. I could do a residency. You know what I'm saying? And I've thought of a project, literally, where I won't reveal it, but it's like it's coming together in my mind. And if I made it happen, then I'd have something else. I'd have another. Be interesting. I'd have I think I'll write my idea down. Okay, guys. Love you all.